Good morning from Macton Airport. It's time to fly. We find this very convenient, guys. Just come right to the ticketing booth at Cebu Airlines on the departures level. This is departures here. So when you come in the main door, you're going to turn to your left and just keep motoring. Anyway, if you already have a ticket, you have one, but we have found some good deals out of just walking into the airport and saying, can we go and when can we go? And get some good prices. So we checked the prices online. There were 6,000 pesos for the tickets, and the ticket to go to Manila was 7,000. Go figure. Usually it's the other way around, but I think the demand for Clark has increased dramatically because I'm seeing flights every single day now to Clark. Now, the reason we started doing this, of course, was during COVID. The airlines were, well, in the two cases, they canceled our flight, and then we had a choice of either going to Manila or wait a couple more days. Buy Zabiga? No way. Anyway, what can I show you? The signage is good here, guys. Just walk past Shakey's and just keep motoring. Well, a few people having rude awakenings regarding masks. Yes, still required on the airplane here. Anyway, no stores carrying masks, but Lynn said she has her spare. So we will get that cleaned up and go from there. Anyway, Lynn's in the line. The departures here is pretty straightforward, guys. Wow, it is so clean compared to what it used to be. And gotta get away from that self-check-in counter there. Nobody uses them, right? Because half the time their tickets or their barcodes don't work. We've tried it before, we've given up. Not even worth the effort to try. Okay, now, once you get into here, which again is quite modern, all the new screens and everything, quite an upgrade, guys. Then you go through security, which would be straight ahead. And now with Cebu Airlines, you're only allowed one bag, so we always carry one of these, what do you call them, sacks. And then we just stuff Lynn's purse in that and my camera bag. Whoops, got to raise up the camera. And that solves the problem. And as soon as we get on the other side of security, we open it all up and break it all apart. Oh, looks like Lynn was in the wrong one. Ah, she was in the old age security one. She's not a senior. Oh well. We got here 2 hours before our flight, and normally you're required 3, but because we got our ticket here, boom, we're through. It's just what they do, they flag it. Okay, cool. Let's see how we keep going. We'll show you Clark for sure. Maybe a little bit more here of the Cebu domestic terminal. Check into the plane side, because we've got to get through security first. Okay, so we've gone through the first level of security here. The one nice thing about these airports getting a little bit more modernized is way less security. Back in the day when I counted earlier, there were 7 check-throughs with various levels of security before you could keep going. The first one was where we were there. Actually, the first one was to get through the door to make sure that we weren't just sending somebody off. They don't let you do that. So that was one. Then another one was down there. Then there was somebody here that weighs your bags to make sure you're not over the weight limit, which they don't do, or they do at the counter. Then they check it again. It's just like India, guys. One level doesn't trust the next level. Just what it is. Wow, it really shows. You know, Typhoon Odette was over a year ago, and the domestic terminal was moved over to the international terminal for a while. Almost 2/3 of the businesses haven't even returned. I think they're tired of the rotation that tends to happen here. This domestic terminal has had more than a few makeovers in the last 10 to 12 years. And the net result is businesses just don't have the faith, I think. It'll take a while anyway, because Odette was well over a year ago. Okay, we'll see you in Clark. Okay, just arrived in Clark. We don't ever check bags. Never, ever. We go really lightweight all the time. 999 on bag checkage. Checkage. Okay, this is really nice. I'll show you here. Nice, big, wide halls, all that stuff. What a dramatic change. Ibiga? Anyway, go outside here. Lynn's already trying to hail a cab. We'll see what they're doing here now for cabs. Wow. Okay, Lynn is waving at me. Off I go. And look at the blue taxis. Yippee-ki-yay. No more of this mafia stuff that was going on with taxis before. The private drivers were actually pushing the blue guys out. Is this a completely new terminal? Where's the old terminal? Okay guys, it looks like they've got a brand new terminal here. Never knew anything about this. Interesting. Good morning from Clark Airport, the new terminal. Anyway, I'll show you on the map here where the new terminal is relative to the old terminal. If you've been here before, but are going to arrive differently. Below you can get the blue taxis. We're on the departure level right now. Arrivals is downstairs. Yeah, brand new. Anyway, we got a little bit of footage of our arrival, but let's give you a show inside. It's early in the morning. It's like 5:30 right now. Well, the Cebu Terminal International looks a lot like this one. The big arcs and everything. A lot of wood beam post pillar type construction. The only difference is here the roof is metal, whereas I think, mind you, it could have been just painted to look like wood. Anyway, got an information desk and all that stuff. They're going to get ready for some major use of this airport. Wow. Anyway, I don't know if this will be international in the future and maybe domestic will be the old one. You know, all of that type of stuff. So we will see how this all turns out in the next 10 years or so. Anyway, it looks like we're at number 3 outside and C on the inside. And Lynn's trying to figure out how to do the automated check-in because we've got no bags. These things work for about, a year. We'll see how that all turns out. Okay, guys, we will see you back in Cebu. Sorry, guys, the battery died right there. Good spot to die. Anyway, in behind, there is no services in behind. There was one coffee shop serving the whole thing, and it wasn't as if others were closed. They just haven't got the businesses in there yet. So if you're thinking of a coffee or whatever, there's only going to be one choice. Further to those machines that we've talked about 2 or 3 times now, it's about picking the seats. Everybody that I observed using that terminal in both Clark and in Cebu, they end up going up to the gates anyway and changing their seats. Yeah, they haven't figured it all out. Anyway, terminal is a wonderful new terminal. And to note that the taxi drivers are going to be driving along the new road. The road's been there a while, but it's the new route for the taxis along the east side of the airport, where you'll start seeing the new skyway that's supposed to connect to Manila eventually, but it is underway. Later, Gators.